Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Quantum Leap Futures Morning Leap session for Monday, September the 6th, 2016. My name is Doug McKay. I am the founder of Quantum Leap Futures. Each morning we get together in these live sessions to take a look at the market, macro to micro, drill down to our trade levels, our targets, and our hypotheses today. We create multiple hypotheses in order to be ready with a plan of action based on what the market gives us. This is a subscription room, so if you're interested in checking it out, please send me an email at quantumleapfutures@gmail.com. There's no website, there's no blog, it's not a commercial venture. We do this live each day in these go-to sessions, then we do live trading and analysis during the course of the RTH trading session. Before we get going, please read through the disclaimer. Nobody at Quantum Leap is a certified trading advisor. We are retail traders operating within a self-organized learning environment. Past performance is not indicative of future results, and any trades that you see in Quantum Leap are for education purposes only. Please trade your own due diligence, your own trade plan, and your own risk metrics. Okay, so a couple things. First of all, hope everybody had a great Labor Day. This is a shortened week. It is also rollover week. So we've got rollover starting on Thursday morning. I will be rolling over and quoting the December contract come Thursday morning. And then we've got quad witching next week with the options expiration and the futures expiration. News today. We have the 10 o'clock ISM non-manufacturing PMI. We've got IBD and TIP economic optimism. We've got labor market conditions index, and that's pretty much most of the news today. It is going to be a short week, so I'm expecting some light volume today. On Friday, our main hypothesis was a rotation down to pick up buyers somewhere down between the 72 and the 70-75, maybe even dip down to the naked VPOC below there, and then rotate up and up through to test that 86 area and possibly through to the 2190 and an all-time high above 2191.50. Our secondary hypothesis was a rotation up and then failure somewhere up, between the 83.75 and the 86 area, and then a rotation down into the prior day range and take out the naked VPOC that was below. We kind of got a tight day that centered around the microcomposite VPOC at 2179. You can see that we basically opened and closed Friday session and opened and closed the holiday session. This is Friday right here. This is the holiday session. I take the picture of the holiday first, and then I scrub my data. So this won't show on any of my charts, but I've got a capture of what happened. And basically, we are finding and accepting price in around that 79.25 where our microcomposite VPOC is. Just taking a look at the big picture, you can see that we've had about 2 months worth of balance within a 53-point range. Our current microcomposite VPOC is 79.25. We've got this CHVN at 77.25 as well, and we're basically chopping back and forth. We still have these two abandoned babies up here, up with the naked VPOC at 2190 and the all-time high at 2191.50. But right now we're just accepting this price higher. Two key levels to keep an eye on today is the 86 level. If we get above the CLV on the 86, I'm expecting a move up into the naked VPOC at 2190 and a takeout of the all-time high at 91.50. 83.25 is the microcomposite value area high for both the longer term and the shorter term microcomposite VPOC. I've got three shorter term microcomposite VPOCs, the one that we fell out of up here, the the microcomposite VPOC is the same as all of this this volume right from 7/12 right through to Friday. So that's the most traded price going back a couple months. And then the value area on both is at the 83.25. So if we get above the 83.25, I'm expecting a push through to the 86. We do have a measured move that is still valid from Friday that gives us a target in around that 83.50. And then the other level you want to pay close attention to is this 72.50, because if we get below 72.50, we made the last launch from this price here at 21.70, or the accepted price, and then gapped up. And then anything below this, I'd be looking for a move down to test the 67.25 value area high of this microcomposite that we just that we broke out of on the 5th. It was the 5th, yep, and possibly even down to test the lower side of this balance at 65.50. And then if we can't hold 65.50, I'm looking for a much bigger move back down into that 60.75 microcomposite VPOC from this balance area here. So that's the big structure. Let's just take one quick step back and just I like to take a look at the market macro to micro. I use a basic candlestick chart with the 9 EMA and a 20 SMA, and I'm looking for slope and separation to show me the strength of the trend in the time frames and where the trend is being violated. You can see great slope and separation. Then at the end of 15 and beginning of 16, we challenged it, and then we've taken it back, and we're getting slope and separation. There is a weekly pitchfork that I am watching right now that we're sort of trading within the channel, and still expecting a continuation higher. We did gap up on Friday and negate the one-time framing down on the daily. If I go to the daily, you can see that we were getting this this downward trend on the daily, and then Friday we gapped up and traded above it, basically negating the downward trend. Got a little bit of a channel going here on the daily. The low of that channel today is going to be in the 62.50 area, and the high of the channel is going to be in the 2200. I'm still expecting 2200 to be challenged. This is typically a bearish type week, a week after Labor Day, so we could get some fireworks. Just just make sure that you're not stubborn with your trades today. Going to the intraday, you can see that we do have an upward trend going on the 4-hour, but we're getting in a little bit of consolidation area right here. There is a naked cross down here at 71.25 that's still left open on the 4-hour, but the overall trend is up on the 4-hour. On the 1-hour, more consolidation than anything. You can see that we're creating this tight trading area basically since Thursday around that 79.25, and creating pretty strong kurtosis and likely to launch out of it in one direction or other. I'm anticipating it's going to be to the upside. 30-minute, you can see same thing, neutral consolidation on the 30-minute. Going to the 15-minute, you're getting a little bit of a start of a downward trend. We are below the 9 and the 20, but basically, again, trading between that 77 and 79 area. And then going to the 5-minute, you can see, again, a downward trend, but stalling out right now in around that 79 area. So going back to this this picture, we do have this the 77 area. The Monday holiday session and the Globex session basically have strong price acceptance in the 2179, 2180 area. So my main hypothesis is going to be for continuation higher. So let's take a look at the overnight, start putting our overnight levels on. I have scrubbed the holiday, so my high and low is going to start from the Globex session last night. So right now our overnight high is 81.50. Our overnight low is 77. We've had a pretty tight overnight session. I'm expecting an open auction in range, and I'm expecting basically a test of both sides of this Globex range, and our overnight VPOC is not likely to change. It's at 2180. And you can see we've got a pretty decent amount of price acceptance in that 80 area. So that's all I really need for the overnight session. So in terms of the levels, we've got this LVN right here at 76.50. Just below the overnight, and we've got the value area from Friday down at 75.50. I'm going to be using 75.50 as a trade level. I'm not going to use 80.50 as a trade level. I'm going to use the 81.50, which is the LVN, just because of the tightness of the range. I want to make sure they're above the 80.50 and then above the overnight high and the LVN from Friday in order to see continuation. And then on the on the Renko, we have this. We never negated this. We drew this on Friday, looking for the continuation pattern. We just stalled out and ran out of time on Friday. But the impulse wave from 71.75 up to 79.25 gave us a zipper measured move. The main target on that zipper measured move is 83.50. It's also the microcomposite value area high on both the longer time frame and the intermediate time frame. It's also the upper Keltner line. So that becomes a major target for me today. It's basically going to be a target based on my two main hypotheses that we'll go through in just a minute. And then above, we've got our key line in the sand at 86, a target at 87.25. The main target for Hypo 1 is going to be this 2190, and then we have the all-time high at 2191.50. Our daily 20-period ATR is running at 1428, so off of the 77 low, our upside daily ATR target is up here at 91.25, one tick off of the all-time high. So that is definitely within range and capability today. So if we get above this 83, test the 86 and get above it, I'm expecting that move up into the 2190s and a possible new all-time high. Levels below, we've got the 72, 50 is is a key area, but we've got the 71.75 from Friday, so I'm actually going to use the 71.75. That puts me below the 72.50, and then I'd be targeting down into the 21.70 to get funded on any short below the 71.75. That gives me just enough room, and then below that, the main target is going to be the 67.25. It's the CHVN. It's the value area high of this microcomposite that we broke out of on the 5th. And also, we've got a naked close at 67 and a naked VPOC at 66.75. And currently, our 20-period daily ATR downside target is 66.75 as well. So we've got multiple confluence down here, and then we've got the non-farm payroll scene of the crime down here at 65.75, which is also going to be a trade area for us because that is the CLVN, and anything below that, I'm looking for the bigger move down into the 60.75, back into that microcomposite VPOC on the shorter time frame. Okay, so those are the levels. Now let's basically just do our hypothesis. Our main hypo 1 is an open auction in range, two-sided trading, a move down into testing the overnight low and the LVN at 76.50, possibly down to the 75, maybe even to the 72.50, but somewhere between the 76.50 and the 72.50, I'm looking for responsive buyers to step in and rotate us up through value, come up and hit our main target above, which is the 83.50 zippered measured move, chop around there, test the 86.50 and either fail and chop the rest of the day sideways there, or get a late day probe up into the 21.90 and maybe a new all-time high. So hypo 1 is an open auction in range, a move down to find buyers between 76.50 and 72.50, rotation up through value in range, hit our main target above at 83 and what was it, 83 and a quarter, 83.50, and then chop between 83.50 and 86 with a late day probe possible up into the 21.90 and maybe a new all-time high. That is hypo 1. Hypo 2 is an open auction in range, a move up to the 83.50, 83.75, and a either a failed breakout or a false breakout, and somewhere between the 83.50 and the 86, finding responsive sellers and rotating us down into the 78.50 and a push down through into the lower side of this balance down here at 72. So hypo 2 is an open auction in range, a move up, failed breakout or false breakout, and somewhere between 83.50 and 86, finding sellers and rotating us back down into 78, 79, chop around down here and then push through down into the 72. Maybe even a move and targeting the 66.75. Hypo 3 is an open auction in range, a push up into the 83, 86 area, chop around there, then have buyers take control, initiative buyers take control, and push up into a new all-time high, and close somewhere up in the upper 90s and possibly even test the 2200. So hypo 3 is basically a continuation pattern up and a move to new all-time highs without much pullback and a little bit more range. Hypo 4 is a failure to break out of range, a push down through to the 72, chop around there, and then push through and come down into this 2160.75 area. And basically get a big pullback down into this lower distribution here. We've got basically a triple distribution on the microcomposite, or three separate microcomposites with VPOCs or price acceptance in around the 79, the 70, 67 area, and the 60 area. So those are my main hypothesis. That's going to complete our pre-market session. I'm, again, not feeling great, so I'm probably going to be in and out today, but I will be around in the morning to try to catch a trade for the RTH Open, but I'll probably be wanting to go lay down sometime this morning and then maybe come back late in the afternoon. Anyway, as always, trade well, trade safe, and we'll catch you on the flip side.